Hi, everyone. All right, let's start with a big question that is a very difficult question for many students of A Course in Miracles to answer, but it's a question that must be answered. Is the body real? Is all form as we know it real? And I'm not talking about relatively real, I'm talking about base reality, absolutely real. Is the body and form real? Let's take a step back. Are your thoughts real? Are your feelings real? It's a question you have to answer. Because in A Course in Miracles, the way to become free from the identification with the egoic self is to recognize the unreality of the body. The body becomes a communication device, just like your phone. Your iPhone is a communication device and it's charged with or by a battery. Your body is a communication device. What is it communicating? It's either communicating an unreal world or it's communicating through divine energy and therefore the reality of life as it truly is, without your interpretation. This lesson, lesson 136, is about sickness, and there's no way that you can disassociate sickness from the body because the experience of sickness comes through the experience of the body. The mind decides that it agrees with the body, and therefore you are sick. A Course in Miracles says that sickness is not real, but it is a defense that we use, a defense that has no true meaning, no true purpose. Lesson 136, sickness is a defense against the truth. It is an insane device for self-deception. And like all the rest, its purpose is to hide reality, attack it, change it, render it inept, distort it, twist it, and reduce it to a little pile of unassembled parts. It is this quick forgetting of the part that we play in believing in the reality of sickness, in making it real, that makes defenses seem to be beyond your own control. However, this lesson, and I'm going to cut to the chase on this one, this lesson tells you to spend 15 minutes twice a day seeking for the truth that has no defenses, has no judgment, and that the only true way to experience the truth is not through feeling. So when you are able to divorce yourself, if even for an instant, from the association of the feelings that come from the body, you open yourself up. There's a gap. You open yourself up to the truth. Sickness, it says, is a decision. It's a decision that you make, just like everything. Nothing is happening to you by accident. You make the decision. This is a really difficult concept to grasp. You make the decision to be sick. You make the decision to think with a sick mind. You make the decision when you think your body will leave this earth. You don't truly ever die. There is a doorway, a shift in perception when we go through what we experience as, or what we call death. But it is as much part of the dream as the dream that we're having in life. It's a decision, though. You decide when it's time. You are not a victim. Life is not happening to you, and you're not responding to life. Life is happening through you. The kingdom of God and all things are within. God knows not of your plans to change his will. So I mentioned earlier about, does form exist? Does the body exist? God knows not form. That's also in A Course in Miracles. The experience that we're having is but a dream, and you can wake up from that dream. You can be in the world, but not of the world, by waking up You can but choose to think you die, or suffer sickness, or distort the truth in any way. The thoughts of God are quite apart from time. For time is but another meaningless defense you made against the truth. Yet what he wills is here, and you remain as he created you. So you would say a prayer before you start these 2 15-minute sessions. And the prayer is, sickness is a defense against the truth. I will accept the truth of what I am and let my mind be wholly healed today. You cannot experience full healing until you accept the truth of who you are, who you have always been, and who you always will be. And this spark, this divine spark of who you are, cannot be sick, cannot be threatened in any way. But the egoic mind, in the relationship that we have here on earth in time, can give the appearance as if it's going through an experience of corruptibility, when in fact you are incorruptible. Healing will flash across your open mind, and peace and truth arise to take the place of war and vain imaginings. Okay, the last thing I want to say is, even though you may experience that freeing moment in which you are not connected to this feeling of pleasure or pain, that you are not identifying with the body, that you are having an awareness outside of that, you are fully embracing that you are human, but you know that you're more than that. Most of the time, we have to go through the experience through the body and make a conscious decision to know that we are greater than the experience that we're having. So allow yourself to feel without engaging the analytical mind, because once you engage the mind, you will find judgment. You will decide, this feeling is good, this feeling is bad, this feeling I want to keep, this feeling I want to let go of. And that's where sickness lies. But ask yourself, if you had no sense of feeling sick in any way, if you are in a state of complete peace and balance, that you could not at all feel as if you weren't in a state of wholeness, are you sick? Can someone say to you, here, take a look at this lab work, you're actually sick? If you actually were to experience yourself the way you truly are, without all of the mental construct that tell us that we are sick, are you sick? So what are you after? It doesn't mean that you want to spiritually bypass or disassociate yourself from the experience of being on earth. You chose to be here for a reason. You are learning lessons. Learn them consciously. Learn them deliberately. But know that you are greater than the lessons that you're learning, and that you are moving constantly towards the evolutionary scale as we all are. This lesson, this curriculum, all these lessons are inevitable to learn. The time it takes you to learn it is up to you, but time itself is an illusion. So you can learn all lessons in a holy instant. You decide. Do you want to take millions of years to learn the lessons, or do you want to learn them in an instant? That's lesson 136. They're getting deep. Let's go to lesson 137 tomorrow.